All right, y'all, listen up. This message is to my family, that's biological. This message is to those who just give a damn and those who have been put through it. So, these gang stalkers and these criminals who run this system have overly stressed the people whom are in our lives, and therefore are responsible for their deaths. Right? Nothing short of a murderer. Listen, they've overly stressed my dad, right? They've overly put stress upon my brother. They overly put stress upon Tayshawn. They've overly put stress, right, onto me. And they've overly put stress upon my child. And these people who are gang stalking and following to harass and antagonize and place these warmongering fear over our heads, right, are now trying to flip the script by using Darvel abuse. Darvel is deny, attack, right, reverse who was the victim and who was the offender. Now, with them doing this to my dad, my brother, and I know they was following us, me and my brother, to school in my young age, in my school age. Now that it's coming out of the things that they have been doing, when the hope was that I would just end up like they did, throwing them into institutions or jails or they end up dead. Now that it's coming out, they want to place all of that blame onto me, right? So the message is to the family that now you have the information. We aren't just flipping out like they want to say the causes or the cases. We're being targeted, okay? Now, a lot of people find themselves having a problem with me for speaking out in the manners that I speak, feeling like their loved ones is being hit by stray bullets, right? But it doesn't take away the fact that we are being targeted, right? And so when I have to relay what is happening, you cannot turn around and then blame me for the straight bullets when there is targeted aim onto my family members and me, and everyone turns a blind eye, right? So you can't justify you trying to be there for someone else or your family members, but do not understand me trying to be there for myself and mine. So here's what's going on with my family. My children, my brother, they weren't able to speak out. They give you this, put you in these scenarios where you feel afraid, or they want you to feel like you can't speak up and speak out, right? And they say how men have a lower pain tolerance than women. So the antagonize on them could have been heavy, right? And what I'm feeling right now is you can't sleep, can't breathe. There's pain in your chest. There's no one to trust. We feel like there's no one to call on, right? So I began to speak on the channel, and they're still doing the same thing. I told the lady in court the other day, I'm under duress, and her response was, that's okay, right? It's not okay when somebody's under that level of stress and the mental having the mental incapacity to continue to operate in the normal framework that they expect you to operate in order to call you normal. I have to keep my image up to par, because when I just let or look like what I've been through or what they're putting me through, then they put the blame on an image and start saying people are on drugs and there's something wrong with them, right? So these are the criminals and murderers of the people. So this message is to the family. This message is to those who give a damn. This message is to those who have been put through it. We are being gang stalked by criminals who run the system. We're being murdered by criminals, gang stalkers who run the system. This is why you rarely going to see any kind of justice. This is why they want me silent. This is how come they want to create scenarios and situations onto my children to be against me under the same kind of force of threat, duress, and coercion. Because they need me silent. And so now the operation is to remove everyone from around me so they can have all access. Now, if you can stand up and speak out against me speaking or telling or sharing the experience, because you might get hit by a stray bullet. Someone says only a hit dog hollers. So you're either a part of it doing it and you're more upset that it's being exposed, right? Or you're taking what I'm speaking to those who have done it, who know who I'm talking to, and you're internalizing a situation opposed to rendering help to fix the scenario. Right? They say people only get it when they're the ones being put through it. But I've been observing for a long time. Like I said, me and my brother were followed to school. Right? And it didn't stop from there. So now they have something on him. They have something on my dad. They have something on my brother, my son, Tayshawn. And now they're going after my other child here. All to blame it all onto me and say that I am the cause, or them being in my presence is the cause. Because I'm exposing that it's them onto certain family members, onto certain people whom they have targeted with the mindset to destroy a certain people. For whatever reason, their jealousy, we may be too powerful for them, we may show a inkling of being the ones to stand up and speak out, and they want to silence that before the truth gets told. So in this scenario, if I end up dead and gone, you can't say you didn't know. Everyone that they want to call and pin as crazy is not crazy, right? They may have a response to the constant mistreatment, the constant antagonizing, the constant threatening, the following, folks jumping out your bushes, folks sitting at the doors that you're renting, sitting in close proximity to the place that you're renting, lurking around your back areas of the home, right? And then feeling like there's no one to talk to and no one is listening. No one shows up. I ain't do all this, right? They can say what they want to say, but of course they're going to want to switch the blame because it's being exposed that it's this system of trust that's doing it. The system that most of the people are supposed to rely on and be able to have public trust with. So, can't say you don't know or you didn't know.